Good morning, everyone. My name's Latoya Sims, and today I'm just here to talk. I haven't been here for at least a couple weeks or something. Last week was my birthday on Friday, January 20th, and I do want to say thank you and I appreciate all the texts, calls, anybody who celebrated with me. I had a great time. I don't know. My birthday is one of the things I really love to celebrate. It's just being here another year and getting older. I'm thankful for my life, health, and strength. So it really does mean a lot to me. I don't, do anything fancy. It's just to have a good time and celebrate myself, whether it be with others or by myself. But I do appreciate everyone that did celebrate with me. Also, I just want to say there's a lot of people, that are experiencing hardships, whether it's been new, as far as like the loss of loved ones and things like that, or if it's old. I know people still experience the same pain and emotions and things like that. But just do what you got to do to make yourself feel some kind of peace. Surround yourself by positivity, focus on ways to help yourself, in a positive manner so that you don't end up hurting yourself. Talk to people, things like that. Sometimes a person didn't even realize you were going through something, but if they reach out, and they want to be encouraging, then, take advantage of that. Um, I was just thinking as far as school, I'm about to get into that. Last week, obviously, I was a little off and I ended up late turning in my assignment. I almost told the teacher, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take responsibility for my actions. I mean, she might have cared that it was my birthday, but regardless, I didn't have it in on time, so there's just no excuses. It was probably like an hour or two late, but I did get it in. Um, I was just thinking also, as far as it was something else. Oh, like talking, I was thinking about our children, you know, as adults and parents. It's our job to talk to them, to try to guide them in the right direction. And, I have 3 children. I talk to my baby. She's 3. She might not understand, but hopefully there are some things that are sinking in. Even little kids, they do understand quite a bit more sometimes than we realize. And they definitely do learn. So it's our job to try to help, educate them and lead them and guide them in the right direction. As far as the older ones, they hear us too. I mean, I just want us as parents to know, or anybody who's raising young adult children or even old adult children, it doesn't hurt for you to tell them, right from wrong. Trust me. My parents, they still, I don't want to say put their 2 cents, but they still say what they got to say regarding anything that might affect me. And I'm 42 years old. So you best believe I'm still talking to my children. Now, that leads me to say, as an adult, and it's considered 18, they're still going to make their own choices. So, parents, just one thing that I live by is as long as you tell them the right thing, you're not responsible for any of their actions. I mean, they all have choices and they do make decisions, and that doesn't define whether or not you are a good or bad parent. Trust me, sometimes my kids do things and you're like, oh my goodness, you told them. But hey, that at the end of the day, it's their life just like we lived ours, and don't keep them from experiencing things. I know some people might feel like it's not the best of times and they feel like they're protecting them, but you don't want them to be too sheltered because then when something does happen, they definitely will not know how to handle it. I mean, you want to be open with them and you want to be honest and at least let them know they can always come to you and talk to you. It's just a lot of people that have a lot of things bottled up inside. And I don't know where the mentality comes from. I myself, I'm sure there's things that I have not always shared with others, but sometimes it could be a stranger and you feel like, well, I might never see this person again. But if the situation or the circumstance presents itself, it could be an opportunity for you to just express something that's going on within yourself. Also, on a more positive note, I was just thinking about people in general. I personally, I really, truly, honestly, I love people. Um, I don't care for confrontation. I've never been a confrontational type of person. I'm pretty quiet, but not shy. So you can't get that twisted. I enjoy talking to people. I feel like I'm very approachable. And it's just sometimes just meeting somebody can brighten your spirit, or you might brighten theirs. You have no idea. I meet so many people that I talk to, especially being a nurse, and you can be going through the same thing they are, or you've experienced something they're going through. And then when you guys get to talking, it's like you've known each other, for a while. So just be nice to people. Say hello, say how you doing. That's usually my line. It's not that it's pre-planned, but it's just something that I do. Hello, how are you? How you feeling today? Things like that. And I mean, sometimes you're going to get more than what you asked for, but at the same time, it could be actually having a positive effect on that person. And sometimes you might learn something that you didn't realize about yourself and, of course, about just people, period. That's the good thing I like about nursing. And you meet like strangers, but at the end of the day, you guys may have differences, but yet you may have so much in common. So just be kind to people. And I have a lot of people I consider friends. I don't get to hang out really because right now my education is my priority, but my responsibility lies, within my household. So I make sure that I do what I got to do at home, and definitely I focus on what I have to do for school. But never for a second do I want anybody to feel that I'm not genuine in my concern or my thoughts or, anything that I might speak or say, because I genuinely do love people. I mean, I was talking to somebody recently and I was just thinking, I said, I always had friends that didn't necessarily get along with each other, but there's a center person in the mix, and that's me. Now, to some people that might be negative, to some people it's positive, but to be honest, I don't talk about other people to people. I don't do that because you definitely know those who talk about others to you will definitely talk about you to others. That's one thing that I certainly believe is true. But I just want people to know I genuinely love people. So that would never be me. Um, but anyways, Malia, right now she is asleep, which I'm glad she's still resting. I got up early because I had to go take care of a recall on my car. Now they thought it would be an hour, so I started like reading my schoolwork and stuff like that in the lobby. And it was just, quiet and time for me to focus. Um, It actually only took him 30 minutes, so I'm really glad I didn't wake her up this morning. I just left her here. Her brother's here too, so they both were still sleeping when I got home. So I am grateful for that. Um, Also, my vehicle, they just looked over it, made sure everything was okay, which is fine. Um, well, now, pretty much, I'm about to just get my day started. Stopped and picked us up some breakfast because at this time, because I've got in the flow of doing schoolwork, I just want to get right to it. So, again, I hope everybody has a great week and just focusing on trying to make yourself better and being a positive influence or a light to others around you. Bye. Have a good week.